news for people who can't stand the news. Can you dig it? Yes, we are here to do it, guys. So how's everybody feeling? Everybody ready for a show? Everybody feeling okay after yesterday? Are we ready to bounce back now and really get our heads together and really dig in and realize where we're at and take a real good lay of the land? First thing you do when you come to a new area is you do a lay of the land, guys. You make sure everything's cool. You make sure that, you clear the dust, the debris, the trees, the fallen trees, or whatever you need in your space. And you set up camp. And you prepare to stay a while. So that's what we need to do, guys. We need to do that with this movement. We need to prepare to stay a while. Because if we want any type of change, we need to be ready to dig in. Right? This was never just about Bernie Sanders. This was always about a political movement, a revolution, a political revolution to change how we do business in America. We want to change how things get done. We want to make sure things can get done. Do you remember where we came from? What we're trying to get away from? We don't want more of that. But for some reason, when we start talking that way, the people in the mainstream media, what I like to call the paid spokesmodels, they seem to lose all types of understanding of English. Now, unfortunately, I took 3-4 years of Spanish and only remember poquito. I could speak Spanish for un momento, but that's about it. I do my best to do my trabero, but hey, at the escuela, Tomás. There was no Tim in Spanish class. They used to have to call me Tomás. But I would say it in Spanish if I could. That's my point. Because it seems like that's what the mainstream media understands. It's not English. Because they don't understand when we say, hey, we don't want things the way they have been. We want to change them. They don't get it. They just skip over. Why you got to have this Bernie guy? Just get Hillary. She's just as good. Just get Hillary. She's just as good. No. You understand? We want things. Okay. No more. No bomb. Oh. No more beatboxing. No more bombing countries. Okay, no more bombing countries. Got a cold? No. Oh, the environment. Yeah, see, environment, bad, mal, bad. They taking money? Yeah, see, take money. They taking money. They put money in their pockets? Yes. No more of that. No more taking. See, I can't do a charades. I'm trying, guys. But the mainstream media must be speaking another language. We're tired of our politicians taking money. And how can we choose a person who has found all types of ways to get rich as a politician? I mean, that's not what people should want to be in politics for. Back in the 90s, when I was working as a community activist and a community organizer, when I interviewed for the job, right after they said they really liked me and they wanted to hire me, I was very excited. And it was almost at the end of the interview, and they looked at me. I looked at them, and I said, well, okay, you forgot to tell me how much the job pays. And I'll never forget this. His name was Chris. He looked like he was from the Midwest, a white guy, browny, sandy hair. I was young. I was like 20, maybe 21, 22. This guy, he was like in his mid-40s, maybe late 30s. And I remember Chris, he looked at me, he said, well, here, he said, you need to understand, Tim, we are a community organization. We help the community. People here, let me put it this way. When you ask how much does a job pay, let me ask you, how much do you need to live? I was like, how much do I need to live? They said, yeah, because we pay people just enough, because it's not about payment. It's about helping the communities that we serve. It's about doing the work that we do. And I said, wow, let me think about it. He said, well, go home and just do your calculations of what you would need to live, and we'll see what we can do. See, that's community organizing. I know that's not politics, but that's really working for the people. When it's not about you. It's like what the first grade teachers do. The teachers that teach elementary schools who will take some of their money and go buy supplies for the students because the schools can't afford it. But it's about the students in the school. See, we want politicians like that. We don't want politicians that make 220, that make as much giving one speech as an actual politician makes an entire year of his life. There is a warped conception of what their job is supposed to be. We don't want somebody like that. So as much as I want the mainstream media to understand, I guess they never will understand that what we want in a politician, that's just not what we see available in Hillary. And look, man, maybe she's just not cut from that cloth, man. I mean, not everybody can be a community organizer, community activist, go door to door, talk to people, help them clean up their communities, have some people ignore you. Not everybody can be a person that puts more value in other people than themselves. I mean, not really. You can say it, but I mean, actually do the thing. I mean, actually be about the people. That's not something everybody can do. I mean, I understand it. Here's the problem, though. We got these suckers at the DNC propping up Hillary. Oh, they propping her up. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. Bernie was dead, and Weekend at Bernie's, remember that movie? The guy died, and they just propped him up and pretended he was alive for the weekend. We don't want somebody like that. We want somebody who's actually the thing they say they are. We don't want the media to have to paint them and focus group testing. Well, say this and say that. And don't say that. And do this and do that and do that. No, and do like this and be like this and do like this and wag your hand like this. And we don't want a focus group plastic leader. So what's going to happen tomorrow is Bernie Sanders is going to be in my hometown, which is Washington, D.C., guys. Come on, man. Give it up for my hometown. Give it up for Washington, D.C. That's right. He's going to be right here. He's going to be talking to none other than Barack Obama. And I already know, guys, because Barack has already said it, man.
Hey, President Barry O. up in this month. I just want to let y'all know that I'm voting for Bernie.
Yeah, he said he's voting for Bernie, but I don't think that's why he's got him coming by. He's got him coming by. I don't know what he's going to tell Bernie, but he's going to tell him something. Maybe he'll, because he told me, Obama phoned me and he told me this. He said, look.
This is the reigning president, Barack Obama. Don't tell anybody. But Bernie Sanders is the guy that has my vote.
And after I heard that, I was kind of confused because I know that if Bernie has his vote, then why is he so, it seems like he in the bag for Hillary at this point. So, I had to dig a little deeper, looked a little further to try to find out what's going on. And I said, well, Obama, if that's the case, what are you going to tell Sanders about Hillary? What's the conversation going to be about? I mean, if you're going to keep it real, and he said this, he said
that Hillary Clinton, she'll say anything to get elected. Do not trust Hillary.
Well, shit, there you go right there, man. That's from the guy, man. That's the guy right there talking to you. I mean, if you won't listen to anybody, if you're going to listen to anybody, you got to listen to the president, right? Man, that's what I would think. You need to listen to him. I mean, he's telling you the truth, right? So some people say the reason why Bernie Sanders and Obama are going to talk for the third time in 1 week. And then that's how it is, folks. When people want something from you, they want to talk to you all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? That's when they want to talk to you. It's like that's when they want to sit down and discuss with you. I mean, they will ignore the heck out of you. The whole, they could have known the heck out of you for a whole year. But when you come to work that day with that look on your face and that bulge in your jacket, that's when they want to talk to you. Hey, Tim Black, how you doing, man? How's it going? Could you have a seat? Where you going? Have a seat, Tim. I've been meaning to talk to you. Uh, everything okay? Yeah. Are you happy here? Just wondering if you're happy here. That's when they want to talk to you, when when they push you to the limit and they know you got nothing to lose and you got no reason to toe the line for them. They've given you no reason at all for you to do them any types of favors, cut them any types of breaks, right? That's when they want to do it. You know, like you ever had like I don't know, maybe you've been in a bad relationship, you're about to end the relationship, and you caught them cheating or something, and you're ready to leave, and they know that you're the one who got your name on the lease or something, and it's like, oh, baby. Let me talk to you for a minute. Can we talk for a minute? You didn't want to talk to me before when you had that nasty woman up in my house, but there you go, bringing up old stuff. Look. Can we be civilized adults? You weren't civilized when you was bumping, making ugly faces with my sister. Where you got to? I'm sorry, okay? I mean, what's Obama going to say to Bernie? I mean, the establishment has been throwing Bernie under the bus. No. Hold on. This is what my friends over there at TYT need to know. And I love Jimmy, man. Jimmy's my guy. All right? I love Jimmy Dore, okay? Anna, I don't know which one. You change it with the wind. You learn it from Jank. Jank, and I never said Jank was a bad guy. I said he had bad ideas. Some of his ideas are bad. He's wrong. He's a wrong guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a wrong guy. He's wrong on this one. My job's to call him out. Okay, that's what I do. I call out people that I respect, and now I got to put them in check. And we're friends, okay? But here's the deal. Here's what people don't understand. His point. Bernie is his own man, right? He's his own man, right? This is what we know. There's a time to be pragmatic. There's a time to be sensible. There's also a time to get everything you can while you can. So when they sit down with you and they want to talk to you, they want to reason with you, that's when you say, hey, okay, well, you know what? Hey, I'm sitting down now. All right, I'll sit down for a minute. What you want to talk about? Because there's going to be a reason. There's got to be a reason for the conversation. Once again, 3 times in 1 week. I bet you Sanders couldn't get Barry on the phone 1 time in 6 months. Oh, but it's going to have to, just tell Bernie out. You guys, tell him to call me back. I don't know. Tell him to get back. I'll get back to him. Because I just don't see him taking a lot of calls from Bernie Sanders. So what I was saying about Bernie Sanders and the establishment, man, here's the deal, guys. This is what people need to know. Bernie Sanders was not just thrown under the bus by the establishment. These same people like Dick Durbin, right? They didn't just throw Bernie under the bus over the last few months. They threw Bernie under the bus. Then they got pitchforks, and they kept him under the bus. Okay? Pitchforks with blades on them. Sharpened the teeth on the teeth of the pitchforks were sharpened, and they put duty on them. And then they backed the bus up over Bernie. It drove over him. And backed the bus up over Bernie. And drove it. And then backed it. And then they called their friends up and said, come help us keep Bernie under the bus, CNN. Can we get CNN over here? All right, CNN, I need you over here. Help get the front of the bus. You guys, MSNBC, get the back of the bus. And we're going to just do a bus driving. So we're going to play theme music while we do it. We're going to party to it. See, and the reason why I'm driving this point home so hard, guys, like a sledgehammer, is because I don't like what they're saying about Bernie right now. Because they're making it seem like he's a cantankerous old guy who's pissed off, who has no reason to be. Like they're acting like, oh, look at this guy just wanting to be respected and everything. Wanting credit for winning 22 states. Look at him, thinking he did something. Did you hear the tone of these bastards on MSNBC? My God, he wants our respect. He actually wants his issues to be respected and acknowledged. And he expects us to do something about them. His people actually care about the... This is unheard of. We need to get people in here. I had no idea that Bernie was about the issues. And then they act surprised when he says he's going to a convention. He's only said he's going to the convention about 800 times on 800 different occasions at the top of his lungs. If he said it anymore, he wouldn't have time to say hello, because that's all he's been saying all the time is we're going to the convention. We are going to the convention. And but you got your Rachel Maddows and your Chris Hayes and your Chris Matthews, Tamarind Hall, Tamoron Hall, Joyless Reid. So guys, now, they say Clinton gave Bernie his due at a speech last night. She said, well, I think that this is a historical moment of the thing, and Bernie did a good job, and he has especially young people under 50. And if we hadn't suppressed the votes on him, he may have actually, he did a good job. Well, you know, kiss me and call me Ethel, but I'm not impressed by you throwing us a little crumb. Oh, we just want you to know, Bernie supporter, we really got love for you. It's okay. Come on over here and give us your votes, your time, your energy, your money. Because that's really what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I read today on the Progressive Day show, I was reading from an article where various people in Congress were talking about the hopes of Bernie Sanders being a team player and giving them your voter information. Because to them, that's all this is about. Bernie Sanders giving your wallets to them. And to think, we thought this was about fracking and about climate change and about police brutality and about mass incarceration and about decriminalizing marijuana and about restructuring trade deals and about ending interventionist occupation and regime change and fixing and price fixing and gouging small parts of the world like Honduras and inserting who we want and causing death and destruction and all the other host of issues that have concerned us, multitudes of issues concerning the environment, everything from healthcare to the water we drink. But no, at the end of the day, all it really is to the Congress people, that most of them that are in office right now, it's just the big, fat access to your wallet. That's all they care about. That's what it's all about. Now, I'm not going to say that Bernie's a saint, but I'll tell you this. And this is what I truly believe. This is the reason why I've supported him. And why I will continue to support him is I believe he's beyond some of the chicanery, some of the stupidity. Well, no, it's not going to say some of the selfish, desires and constructs that some others are about. I never hear Bernie talk about this being about him. I don't get that impression. Maybe he's just so smooth with it. Maybe, but you know what? I think over the course of this, as closely as I've been watching him, I would have found out. Because every day I cover it. Every day for the last few months, I've covered this election. I've covered Bernie Sanders, and I have not seen it. It's never been, I'm with him. It's his turn. Give a Jew a shot. One step for Jews. It's never been, if you bash him, you bash the Jews. You're anti-Semitic. It's never been that. It's been about the people. I'm one of those people. You're one of those people. We are the people. Damn it. So, I just hope, guys, I hope that we can ride this one out all the way to the end of it, because that's what we need to do. Not be influenced by mainstream media, and if you got to cut them off, man. I'm not going to tell people to unplug. I'm just not going to tell you to do that. That's a personal decision. I don't know what you like watching on TV. I don't know what you do when you got downtime. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that. But what I will tell you is you need to not give any credence, right? Maybe I should say don't watch MSNBC. Maybe I should say that. But I will tell you, maybe you need to not really give it any weight at all, because it is horrible. When they start talking politics, cut it off. But then you also got to recognize that as long as there's a reason, a money interest, as long as there's something tied into money or the standing of the corporations that run that media, there will always be a reason for them to spin that story. That's what you got to know. And when they spin the story, oftentimes the people that they affect don't know what they're being spun on. All right, so the phone number, guys. We'll just try to get Facebook back up, man. It's not going to do. It just keeps crashing and dying, and maybe Facebook got tired of me. I don't know. They say it's over, so why does Facebook keep messing with my live feed? What's that about? I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, guys. So tomorrow's meeting with President Obama will be an historic meeting. Obama's making a lot of time to meet with Bernie. All of a sudden, got a lot of love for him. Come on now, launch for me. Come on, Facebook. Here we go. Well, I know this. Tomorrow when Bernie goes up there to meet with Obama, this is what I know, guys. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will, because you love me and you want me to be right. I think that what's going to happen is he's going to go in there. Bernie's going to go in there. And Obama's going to be like this.
You going to eat your cornbread.
And I got a feeling Bernie going to look at Obama and he's going to say, hey.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
And Obama going to look back at him and be like, nobody?
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
And that's when Bernie's going to look at his Rolodex, because he's an older guy. He's got a Rolodex. Or he's going to look at his flash drive. I don't know. He's going to look at he's going to think about the cloud of data of all of the supporters that stretch into the multiple millions of people who support him. He's going to look back at Obama, and he's going to see Hillary in his brain, and he's going to visualize Hillary. And that's when he's going to have a realization. And Bernie's going to say,
there's going to be consequences and repercussions.
That's right. They're going to try to blame those repercussions and consequences on Bernie. But actually, guys, if you're the one playing with fire, you really can't blame the fire. Hey, you lit it. You're playing with the fire. You're the one sitting in a puddle of gasoline just playing with it. And then when we have President Trump, I don't want to hear it, Hillary. Oh, you Hillarys, you Hitleries. I don't want to hear it with your artilleries, Hitleries. I don't want to hear it at all, guys. Don't save it for somebody who doesn't pay attention, okay? You give us the worst Democrat ever in the history of Democrats with the worst numbers from independents ever to run against a man with multiple, how can I say this, with high recognition. Probably the most recognizable GOP candidate probably at least since Ronald Reagan. I mean, he's had the ability to bring guys out of the woods in West Virginia who didn't even care about voting. He has set, do you guys understand what you're up against? Hillary people, do you get it? You are up against Donald Trump, a man who, see, while you've been sitting around listening to Hillary lie about Bernie, this is what you forgot. Seriously, this is an extended monologue, but I think it's important. While the Hillary Clinton people have been sitting around listening to Hillary talk smack and lie about Bernie and say Vermont is the reason why there are gun deaths in New York. I mean, just blatant lies. Make up lies about Nevada. There was violence, and there's like 10,000 people in a room, and no one has a piece of smartphone footage of any violence at all occurring. There were police there with no arrest. While you were sitting there listening to that garbage, this is what you've overlooked. Donald Trump. There are some independents who will vote for him. A lot more independents than Hillary. The country is 40% independent. The country is 30% Democratic and 25% Republican. Donald has set records on bringing out new voters in the GOP. That hasn't happened since Reagan. You can say what you want about Trump, but Hillary has no chance in hell. You keep listening to MSNBC prop up Hillary. All they're doing is preaching to the choir. Independents don't believe you. See, the independents know Hillary's the worst candidate to go against Trump. She's got a horrible record. So while you got black women in Mississippi and you got middle-aged white women in the Midwest, Wisconsin, all very pliable going, a woman, while you're doing that and loving it, okay? And you got Latinos in Nevada doing the same thing for Hillary. What you all miss is that there's a lot of white guys, a lot of them. The country is pretty much mostly white guys. And those white guys don't like Hillary. And you know what they really don't like? You know what they hate or dislike almost as much as they dislike Hillary? Their jobs going overseas. And she's a part of that. All right? And you know what else they don't like besides they dislike almost as much as Hillary and their jobs going overseas? They dislike politicians. I've been telling you guys from day one, man, you don't realize the excitement the GOP is going to have going against Hillary. You don't understand it. These people do not get it, guys. Let me tell you something. There are people in intensive care units across this country who are GOP, diehard Republicans, in intensive care. On their last leg, they have a priest or a pastor about to read the last rites. The moment that they hear there is a presidential battle between Trump and Hillary, those people will spontaneously get up, pull IVs out of their arms, get out the beds, and go to the polls because that's how much they dislike Hillary. You just don't get it. You don't get what I'm saying. There are people in jail who can't vote, who are plotting to escape jail, to go to the polls to vote against Hillary because they dislike. There are people who have escaped the country, who are thinking about coming back in the country and risking going to jail just to vote against Hillary. There are people who despise Hillary. And you can say, oh, it's none of it's her fault. All these people dislike her, and it's just because they're just evil people. It's just them. It's just the machine, because we know how much the GOP runs the media in America. They just run it. They run the MSNBC and the CNN. Hold on, no, they don't. They run the New York Times. No, they don't. They don't run it. They run the Nation. No, they don't run the Nation magazine. They just run everything. It's all a fabric. At the end of the day, you have to realize that it's the worst candidate. And that'll be the reason why we have a President Trump. If we have one, it'll be because of that. I understand people who want to be helpful. And they say, we need to defeat Trump. You know what? When I said, let's defeat Hillary, that was me saying, let's defeat Trump. Get it? Because if we defeated Hillary, we would defeat Trump that would be it. They'd be over. There is no, Trump cannot withstand a Bernie Sanders matchup. It's like Mike Tyson back in the day. Okay? Going against some drunk guy, just out of shape drunk guy. Just, you want me to punch you in the head? This is ludicrous. I don't even want to hit you. It's atrocious. I'm about to blue your face. It's going to be impossible. Oh, man. I don't want to go to jail, punch this guy. Punch him in his head. We don't want, Bernie will destroy Trump. Right now in the polls, if you look at the polls right now, Bernie is 13, 14 points above Trump nationally. Hillary, 1 point. The other way. I didn't make it that way. I'm just telling you what the numbers are. Okay? Margin of error all day. Margin of error all day. All right. So that's what I got, guys. I could just go on and on this because this is so horrific. We will see tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow we'll be covering what's going on with Obama. What was said. Hopefully we'll get a real peek at this. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize it's going to have something to do with Bernie doing something for Hillary, or there's a way that you could not run without me telling you not to run anymore. Hey, look, guys, and for the record, and I'm getting a little ticked with people, let me tell you something. Suspending a campaign is ending it. Yes, I know McCain suspended the campaign because there was an issue, military issue. He suspended his campaign for a couple days. If McCain's suspension of his presidential campaign is no comparison to you saying Bernie should suspend his campaign now. We're in the top of it's the fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go. Less than 2 minutes to go. We're in the 1 minute mark, and you want to say, well, I think right now Bernie should suspend his campaign and just have a seat and just let Hillary run around the court and that'll do it. See, that whole line of thinking is only to try to help Hillary do something. And you must believe that you think Hillary would be a better president than Trump. See, that's the problem. I don't think that. See, we're operating from a different point of view. Okay? Because we have these people who believe that Trump is the worst candidate. I think Hillary is just as bad, if not worse. You get it? Because what we're comparing is a guy who says a bunch of crap he shouldn't say, and we got someone who's done a bunch of crap they shouldn't do. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to how I judge a person's future action, I look at their past action. Not their past words, I look at past action. This is elementary, my friends. The best predictor of future action is past action, not past stupid stuff said on the stump, regardless to how volatile it's been. So if we're going to look at someone based on what they've done, I got to say Hillary is even more dangerous than Trump. For that reason. And I think it's a very good reason. I think I got a very solid argument for that. See, your thing is this. You want a Democrat so badly that you're willing to throw out all principles, all ethics, all reason, and buy into a narrative that if we don't back Hillary, a person who has done so much harm, particularly to me and people who look like me, for so long, and used people who look like me for so long as footstools, and then done it brazenly. Like, I don't care. Yeah, I'm using you dummies. Yeah, I like using you dum-dums. This is fun. Come on, Mammy. Come on out here and tap dance for me. Come on, let's do a dab. Go vote. Give me the presidency. Go ahead. I'll help you a little. How much you need? How much money do you need for your little thing you're trying to do? Oh, you need some rims for your organization? All right. Let me just take a selfie with you. That good enough? Cool. You want me to vote for her because you think that I'm going to be afraid of Trump so badly that I'll get it done. Listen, that's not how I don't believe. Look, we have a philosophical difference. I believe that when I vote for a person, I'm voting for that person. All right? That's what I believe. I don't believe that when you vote for a person, you can somehow not be supporting them. So when Hillary launches missiles, when Hillary has Gaddafi killed, when Hillary has Honduras, a coup formed in Honduras that has activists killed in their homes, when she does these things, it ain't on me, brother. It'll be on you. And then you can sit around saying, well, I'm going to make videos, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to stump, or I'm going to, no. The time to have done something would be now. But I tell you guys, most people just want to worry about their jobs. All right, that's enough. Is that enough? Mary Jane Cookie says she liked the cackle. It's a little witchy. I just did it. It was sounding more witchy. The number is 323-870-4064, guys. Look, call up if you can. The conversation, Bernie, what would they offer Bernie? What should Bernie accept? Tomorrow, what will the conversation be? We're going to try to get into the heads of the President of the United States and Bernie Sanders. What is Bernie thinking? What is Obama going to offer Bernie? We know what Hillary got. Hillary got Secretary of State. It seems to me that Obama will serve as the arbitrator to try to put these two kids together. Yeah, call it, they called, that's the thing, they've been calling Bernie the old man when he's only 4 years older than Hillary. It's just crazy. But he's going to put these two crazy kids together and try to get them to form a pact. So I just want to know, what do you think it's going to be? What will Bernie take? I tend to believe whatever Bernie decides to do, I will support, because I believe it's going to be in the best interest of the movement as opposed to himself. It's not going to be, well, give me an island in Bermuda, near Bermuda, and $5 trillion and a bunch of dancing girls and all the coke I can do. I don't think that's what he'd do now. If he was Bill Clinton, oh, Barack, it's real funny that you asked me what I want, because I just want so many things, Barack. I'd like to have a whole chorus line of women, because all this time, Barack, I've been thinking about ladies, man. Just love the ladies. Maybe if I got a lot of money already, I could always use more money, though. Maybe you can give me like a printer press for money and then nullify my marriage to Hillary, because we ain't never been good together, man. Ever since she was 30, since 30, it's been, have you looked at her neck? It's really nasty. I can't get turned on by her, man. I tried all the time, man. A pound of your finest Find this endo, man. Like, I need some weed. I need like, no, make that 100, make it 1,000 pounds. Make it just give me a farm. But see, that's not who Bernie is, in my opinion. Bernie Sanders, whatever the deal, if he cuts a deal, when I say cut a deal, that's bad language, but you understand what I'm saying. It won't be for Bernie. So don't get me misconstrued. Get it clear. When people talk about what I'm saying now, understand it. What will Bernie get for us, the world? What will he try to get done for us? Like I said today in the earlier program today, a revolution is more likely to succeed when it's done from the inside and the outside. Can you really form a revolution from within the system you want to revolutionize? You understand? The massive amount of pushback Bernie has gotten has come from the establishment. You know it. I know it. If it weren't for the Donna Brazils, the John Lewises, the Congressional Black Caucuses, the Jerry Browns of the world, de Blasio's, right? Mayor de Blasio's. If it weren't for these governors, these establishment Democrats, Bernie would have had this walking away. We'd have been done. Knocked it out in 2 episodes of Judge Judy and a 6-pack of IPA, Lady Luck, Stella Artois. It would have been done. So what will Bernie get for that, guys? 323-870-4064, guys. I'm done. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to open up phone lines. Give applause for a brother trying to, just improving. Just improving. We love the improv. All right, guys, that's the show. Just remember to catch us Monday through Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time for Tim Black's Progressive Day and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Tim Black at Night. If you want to support independent media, this is where you do it at timstake2@gmail.com. We give you news for people who can't stand the news. See you next time.